just off of Patagonia Lake Road is where these trails are. Michael said he found one.
I don't know. This one looks like it's the widest I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
No cows have kicked it yet.
Oh, did it get some rain recently? It's really, really fat.
Yeah, it does kind of look wet down here, you know? Like maybe.
Yeah, it did rain.
Yeah, I was wondering because I saw one of the creeks had water in it. I think down here they get more rain because the clouds crash into these mountains.
Yeah, nice looking. That bug.
That bug is just loving it. But I don't know, I was noticing on this one, these older ones, or at least this older one, see, you can tell that the spines are radiating out quite a bit more. On the younger ones that Christine has doesn't do that. This bug is really just determined to not move. But look at that. All right, let's head back out and get some more. Is that the same species? Looks like it's striped.
Yeah.
But its only pink part is on its crown. And it is kind of wrinkly looking. Oh, so the rock pushed into it there. You can see that either it is, I don't know if you can see that too well in the shadow. Somebody crashed into somebody, road rage. And then come up here. I was telling Christine, on this mountain there was a bunch. Oh, there's one right down there. But these things blend in so well. I told Christine, we were staring at 6. And I go, see if you can see the 6 there. And she was looking and I was like, I know I counted 6. And anyways, moral of the story is they blend in super well. There's 1,
the 3,
2, there's 3. But see how it's getting, oh, you can see that real well. It's getting smashed. So the rock either was pushed onto it by a cow or it just is growing around the rock. But I'm guessing that up here, there's one also right there. There's a couple others around here Christine's getting a shot of. But I really think that the cows are less prone to walk on this side for whatever reason. Maybe there's more foliage up there for them to eat, because on that mountain over there, there's all kinds of cow tracks. Like I was showing in one video, there's like a ton of cow tracks up there. Same as the summit of this one. But I've noticed it's not like they're jamming it up like they are over here on the, or you know, it looks like they wander more around out there, for whatever reason. So I'm going to see if I can find another one at random here. There we are. Oh yeah. Let's get a shot of this one. Finally one. I was just about to say one that isn't growing around a rock. And then there's another one hiding out. I think somebody commented on the video about the shape of these. And they left an eggplant. So this one, yeah, I got a little twisted out there. You can see there's the base coming out. Yep, and another one there. Boy, I bet in springtime this place is going to look really vibrant. But the thing is with cactus, at least certain cactus around here in Arizona, is that they only, when they bloom, it's like a 24 or 48 hour window, I think.
It's very sandstony.
But you know, the incredible thing about these mountains here is that they're like 99% rock. I mean, there's just so little soil in them. It's unreal. I don't know how anything can grow in this. Kind of a testament to how rugged these grasses and cactus and cholla and everything are. Junipers too, I guess. Mesquite. Rough country. It's probably like high 70s. Mid 70s anyways. Yeah, so it's went from like, it's blocked out by the sun, but it's like solid black basalt, and then it gets this lighter spectrum, white, into full-on rose pink, and this massive landslide up there. Well, not massive to me. Look at those rocks up there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a nice rosiness to them, but if you look up close, they're very speckly.
It's our old garden / compost pile. We were throwing stuff and growing. Here's a what I think is a squash, or tough to tell. I had so many things going in here, potatoes, and it's kind of way over neglected. But yeah, Arizona's got really good climate for growing stuff. But it looks like right here in this pile, we've got another volunteer here. Get rid of that. There's a date growing. I'll tell Christine about that. She doesn't know about it yet. But see, there's the, you know, when you got a garden, you really gotta work to maintain it. It's like grass overgrowing it here and stuff. Yeah, look at that. That's our first Arizona date. So the reason I grew this this garden in the first place was so the rabbits and you know, rodents and squirrels would come and eat it, because I don't know, it's just something about.
I see it.
You see it?
I see it.
I was gonna show you. I think she knows.
Oh,
So,
2 of them.
are there? Yeah, I've probably thrown literally dozens of date pits out here. Christine probably has over 200 in the house right now. And I can't believe how tough these are. Look at this thing, hasn't watered and anything, is still growing. Well, there you go. A couple starts. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there's going to be dozens of dates growing around this property.
So are you gonna?
No, those are yours.
Okay.
Yours now.
So I can
Grab
get
it.
some 4-inch pots and scoop that out. And
Yeah, I'll try and clean this up. I'm using the soil because I figure it's, you know, it's really light and fast draining, it looks like. What is it? Yeah, it looks like
it was a green onion. Do you want
it's
to
still growing.
plant it?
Yeah, I think
It's
I'll
got
plant
some-
it.
Yeah, its roots are dried, but it'll put out new ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna scrounge around in here and see what I can get going. Some lids to some bread trays. And I'm gonna mix in my bag here. I'll show you how to do this Arizona bag. I'm gonna mix this 1/4-inch pumice and some of this. Nope, not that. This one, which is called, I guess it's popular here, and Tucson tanks. But Christine was saying it's a little too heavy. That's why I'm putting the pumice in there. Hang on a sec. Make noises for dramatic effect, you know. So I've got the coconut of the tanks.
And this is the fine stuff. Or are you mixing it
Yeah.
in there first? Oh, I see. Okay.
And then I'm going to do about a shovel full of this. I'll put it in my bag here. This is my custom mixing. Yeah, I was doing the dramatic grunting and everything. So Christine has a much more refined method. Not the savage giant shovel.
Yeah.
Use a
Well,
garden trowel. And,
Yeah. So you can mix it right in your container, because we're just, well, you're just going to use a few leaves, right? For the succulents. You're going to propagate succulent leaves in here.
and you're just going to leave them in here and out of this direct sunlight, right? This
Yep.
perfect amount of sun.
Out of direct light, and these are probably going to end up going inside where we
Oh,
are
for warmth.
overwintering.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, back to my cactus. And I found some more of these containers. Put some more soil in it for the starts here. But I wanted to talk about gardening and this advice I got, sales advice I got that translates to other things in life. And the advice goes in sales, some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. And that's the same as with planting. Some seeds will grow, some won't. You know, don't let it get to you. There is a seed or a plant out there that's going to work for you. You just got to keep trying. These are the ones you're going to tear apart. It's funny because to make them grow, you got to tear them up.
Yeah.
Tell
Well,
me.
look, if you pick this up, because this is a
oh.
broken off piece. This is a broken off piece.
Oh yeah.
But look at all the babies. So those are all leaves,
Yeah.
and those had already fallen off when we first got this at the nursery.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the leaves were just already in there, and so you can see the leaves are already dried up, and there's roots ready to go, so they're all ready to get into the soil. So you could plant this like this, and this will all produce roots at all these little nodes where leaves previously were. Or you can just pluck off the babies.
Oh, plucks right off.
Yeah. You
Lay
just
it
let
down.
That, yeah, just let that callus over.
I mean, you don't have to put it on a paper towel or anything. You can throw it on the soil you just planted, right?
Yeah, just throw it on
Show
top.
me.
So before
Throw
you
it.
stick it directly in. Yeah, so don't stick it in. And this soil.
Oh, you're saying let it callus before you stick it in the dirt.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
stick it in. Just let it callus.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can put this in there now, right? Because that's all callus, right?
You could, unless you're breaking these off to replant it another way. But this whole stick, you can reuse all parts, so there's no waste ever on these. The white fuzzy,
Yeah.
right? So it's got some nice white fuzzy roots on there. So this one gets to
You're
go
putting
right.
them in there.
Yeah, it gets to go right in there because this is from the leaf. There is no breakage or anything on this. It was just laying there ready to get potted up. Just keep them a couple inches apart while they're still small, and you can separate them later when you're ready. Got some pink roots on here.
Yeah, that one can go in, right?
Yeah, and the leaf will normally just fall right off, but I won't pull it off. It'll, like if it doesn't come right off on its own, like see that just came right off with hardly any pressure, so. I try to avoid touching the leaves because they have that natural powdery coating on them, which is kind of like their sunscreen. And so you don't want to be putting your, you know, oily human hands all over it.
Does it ever grow back? Or once
no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, once you smudge that, that's it.
Oh.
I mean, you'll just have to wait until new leaves form.
Well, I think there's the difference between how Christine and I would do it. She's all very nice and tidy. And, well, here's mine. Just thrown in there haphazardly. There we go, first date palm. I was thinking of leaving the other one back there because it already got into the hard pan sand, natural soil, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and commit to digging it out. That one's pretty big.
So this is one that got elongated because it's winter time.
What's that mean?
Etiolation is when the succulents that normally would be low and compact, they stretch out and reach for the light. So it hasn't been getting enough light. It was inside. So what you can do with this, when, like technically you could just pot that up exactly like that and have it be tall, and that could be interesting. Or you could cut it in half and both pieces will grow. This tray is going to be all Echeveria Lola, which is the variety that this is. So that's what all the leaves are. So I just plucked off all the leaves that were lower.
Oh, there were
because they
some
were
on
all
there.
stretched out. And I've got another one to show you exactly what it'll look like, because I don't know if it got on camera or not.
All right, UPS was working late. It's got to be past 7.
Yeah. Okay. So this is an adenium that I ordered from Maria's Garden.
On YouTube. That's how you first found her?
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, nice.
So that should be the paperwork form.
Hello to my new family. Okay, Christmas sweater. Look at that thing. By the way, we do have the fire going, and Christine is wearing her jacket still, and it's like 80 degrees in here. Oh, there's 2 and 3. What is this?
She
What the
said
heck?
in one video that she had some extra babies that she wanted people to adopt.
Wow.
You know, she said she couldn't sell them because they're not as, they're codex exciting.
Well, yeah, that's a nice little bonus. Look at that. I thought all that was packaging in there. What, is this another one too? Wow. Yeah, she hooked you up. Oh, cinnamon. I can smell cinnamon.
Can you?
Yeah. Funny. Yep.
Yeah. I
Yeah, you smell cinnamon.
That's her thing. She loves putting cinnamon on her babies to help them dry, like around the root area.
Well, you should give people her YouTube channel to check it out.
Will.
But yeah, I guess so. She's from Florida. Used to live in Tucson, right?
Yep. Originally from a small town in southern Mexico. Used to live in Tucson. Now she's in Florida and has like a whole huge nursery. Oh God, look at it. Oh my God.
Cinnamon. How much was this one?
$35. And
With
that's,
shipping.
That's with
Free
shipping,
shipping.
yeah.
And it comes, well, and you got a little bonus. I'd say a little bonus. Jeez, look at that. Well, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but Christine's got some of these growing from seed that we got at B&B Cactus Farm here in Tucson. Ooh, look at that.
There it is.
I'm kind of like into this. What is this? Like a bonus rag. I can wash that and reuse it.
They all got cute shapes. So here's the one I ordered. Okay. The picote. And then this one's another nice big one. Look at that.
Show me the cross leg, or what you envision to be the.
Oh,
one
this
with
one.
it looks like it's crossing its legs, all bashful. Has to pee.
Or it's got a little tail.
Tail.
These were the extras that she just had that were just, you know,
Nice.
free that she sent, like free gifts. Just because she wanted people to adopt them because she couldn't sell them, you know, because if they have any.
Oh,
you know,
the
people want a particular shape, and so she doesn't sell these other kind of odd shaped ones.
Oh, because the consumers don't want it to.
They want the more perfect, you know, codex kind of shape like that.
Okay.
That's real ideal. This one's quite nice too, though. But yeah, these kind of like other little ones, those are just extras.
Start a new trend of the mutation ones. That's
You got the best of both worlds with adeniums because they bloom profusely with all the like pretty flowers, you know, all the colors and everything. And really nice flowers and full. They get really full with them. And you got a cool trunk and root system. It's like, it's one of the coolest plants that you can get, you know.
You do all of them at once?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to do this over there or over here?
Well, kind of windy, so let's try and do them over here maybe.
Okay, we've got our babies. This is the list that you'd receive if you order from Maria's Garden. So it says, hello to my new family. I'm excited to become part of your family. To get me started, please follow these steps. You will need the following items. All are available at Lowe's. A pot with 5 to 6 inch space around the trunk. Timberland pine bark mini nuggets. She uses those a lot in her videos. And Stay Green potting soil for container gardening. But I've already got specialty soil that's made by the growers here in Tucson. It's the Tank's green stuff. So we're going to be using that for these little babies. So she just explains about mixing the soil and don't water until spring, but we'll get to that. So let's go ahead and get these potted up. We're going to cut a piece of screen out. I always use this, or you could use coffee filters and just place that over your drainage hole. Just helps keep the soil from escaping through there. So I'm using my Tank's green stuff. It's a cactus and succulent mix. So that mix was created by Mark Dimmitt, and he's the guy who wrote the book on adeniums too. So this contains pumice, Pro Coco organic coconut coir chips, and Tank's organic compost.
For cactus and succulents.
Yes. Let's see, let's take our baby here. So this is the picote. That's plenty of room. You don't want to go too big because there's not enough roots in there to, you know, its root system isn't that big. And it's got enough depth here too. So what we don't want is to plant in a shallow bowl where it's going to be hitting bottom because it's going to stunt its growth. The only time you put it in a shallow bowl is once it gets to the size you want the caudix. But we want this to get as big as possible.
Faded here.
Just below that.
Okay.
We're gonna raise it about 1 inch. Each time you up pot, you wanna raise your adenium up. And that's gonna allow its caudix to continuously grow larger. And the more that it's exposed, because that's part of the cool part about adeniums, is their caudix being exposed so you can see it.
So are you gonna put this inside after you plant it, or are you gonna...
It's gonna go inside only because it's going to be cold this week. They don't like the cold. Anything below 50 degrees, they can freeze because all of this is water. And so they get root rot really easily.
But Christine and I were just talking about the difference between we were talking about hobbies and what people are into, and
how you could get spread so thin.
Yeah.
There's so many different hobbies and you want to do everything, and you know, you gotta kind of like narrow your focus so you can get good at just one area, or you know, 1 or 2 areas. And so even within the plant world, there's so many different, you know, there's like a whole tree of different branches, you know, branches off in so many different areas you can go to. So I've got my particular little area that I want to stay focused on.
So how big is like the difference between liking something and loving it?
Big
huge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a huge difference. I mean, because you can like a lot of different types of foods, for example, but there's always one that you, I mean, no matter what, you eat it, right? I mean, pretty much.
Tacos.
Okay, Campbell and Manzanita. Christine woke up this morning and the Catalinas were covered in snow all the way. It's melted a little bit now. It's like after 10, but it got a good frosting on it.
Hey guys, I'm working on a few projects today. I thought I would go ahead and vlog. These are going to be plant projects. And I've got another little project going on over here that I don't recall if I showed you guys yet or not, but I'm growing this Dieffenbachia. This is Dieffenbachia Tropic Snow. I've got it in just a vase of water down here. It's got a good amount of roots on it. Wait, hold on, let me adjust my camera and I might be able to get in there a little bit closer so you can see the roots better. But it seems to be, you know, growing pretty well. And everything's happy up here with the leaves. I've been keeping an eye on those. This is the freshest leaf here. That one just uncurled. Maybe like, well, last month sometime. But yeah, that one's doing quite well. And I've got the older leaves down here, these two bottom ones. So I always kind of keep an eye on the leaves just to see, you know, what's going on, make sure the new ones are looking, you know, fresh and glossy and happy. It's time to change the water again. But I was thinking that if I did add some pumice, that the roots might be even happier because they wouldn't be smashed on the bottom of the vase, because this thing has a lot of weight to it. It's quite heavy, the cane. And I thought if I add some pumice for the roots to grow around, it would help to kind of release some of the pressure on the very bottom, and then also allow the water to hold more oxygen, because pumice holds so much oxygen. But I don't know, that's just an experiment. I didn't know how long you could grow in water, you know, certain plants. So I thought, you know, let me try with this Steffenbachia cutting and we'll see what happens. But so far, so good. The roots are looking happy, but I'll do a little more work on that and see what we can do. Oh, that Michael's just screaming, hold on. I was gonna ask you, do you mind if I repot your lithops?
I wanted you to.
Okay. Can I change the pot and everything?
Yeah.
Because I know you like this pot originally.
It's getting a little big for that pot, I think.
Yeah, well,
It needs to get buried for sure, too.
Yeah, it's up too high and it's got some old leaves that I could remove. And
yeah, I'll take that pot.
I got the new top dressing.
I got quartz for top dressing.
When we first moved back to the mainland, and we moved to Arizona, we went up to see the solar eclipse, the total eclipse. So, you know, there was just a path that it would cross the U.S. and elsewhere in the world. But we went up to Glendo, Wyoming to go see the eclipse. Really tiny town, only like a couple hundred people. I mean, the town population was a couple hundred, but the eclipse was like several thousands had shown up to go see it. There was quartz all over the lake, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to collect some of that quartz and bring it back, and it's going to be my special Eclipse Quartz because it was out there for the eclipse. And I just thought, what a cool energy, you know, if you believe in, you know, stones being able to be charged or crystals being able to be charged by sunlight or moonlight. Well, these have been charged by the solar total eclipse. And I thought it would be cool to just have for projects or, you know, decoration, or break it up and turn it into top dressing and stuff for pure quartz, you know, for lithops and whatnot.
Here's what I've done so far. Only took a few minutes.
I like it. So. Yeah, nice and white.
That's what you're going for?
Yeah, that's it, exactly. So from what I understand, the lithops like the quartz, certain varieties of lithops like the quartz because it helps reflect light back out.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of soaking it up, I guess. So that's what I thought. So I have this one type of lithops. I'll show you here. It's the Olivaceae variety. This one here. That's another kind there, the Caris montana. But this one here is going to be potted up next, and I love the colors on this. Well, this is one of my favorite type of lithops here, but that one is the one that's going to be going into the quartz. Okay, so I was going to show you guys, whenever I'm looking for plant ideas, you know, like how to pot it up or what kind of growing medium to use, I'm always researching where they're from, so their origin and their natural habitat are the two main things. And from there, you can deduct, you know, its environment, its climate, the type of soil or the substrate, you know, the rocks. So it just gives you a lot of information, and it's fun to see what, you know, is around them, what's in their environment, and what they like. So when I found out that the Lithops Olivaceae likes quartz, I thought, oh, that's perfect because I've got all that Eclipse Quartz out back, and we can break that up and use it in there. And we've also got some rounder pieces too. But I was looking at some of these pictures, and it looks like the quartz fields are they're pretty chunky, so it's not like it's all smooth or anything. So yeah, it's really neat though to see those quartz fields like that and the little lithops growing in them. So fun to see them in their natural environment. And I got the sieve. This just came in today. It's a set of 4 pieces. You've got your frame there, and then you've got 3 different screens to work with. So I will start with the biggest one, which is actually that one. And I'll go out and screen some pumice and turfus because that's the main thing I needed that for. And it's made in Japan. So I got this on Amazon from a bonsai supplier, and it's Joshua Roth Limited, but I'll put the Amazon link to where I got this. Okay, this is a quick update on my Pachypodium brevicali. So just wanted to show you what it looks like when the new growth gets sunburned, in case this happens to you. So that is the new growth in the center, and it was just a nice bright spring green, very pretty, and unfortunately it got a little too much filtered sunlight in the morning and it turned all brown and crispy. So I'm sorry, little baby, I gave you a little too much sun, so I should have had it tucked out here, like, you know, just out of sight of the sun, where it could still get bright indirect light. I didn't know exactly how sensitive it was, but being, you know, since it is a baby, I guess it was just a little too strong for it. Then again, I am in the Sonoran Desert, and we do have very intense sun here, which I love, but the little babies, we've got to protect them from that while they're young. So, all right, just wanted to share that update, and I'll keep an eye on that and see how it goes, and I'll update you guys as soon as it gets some healthy new growth again.
Christine's second home here. She's gonna look for a snowball or something they're called. I forget what they're called.
Yeah, it's a silver ball cactus.
Silver ball.
I think they're also called snowball cactus.
The lizards are hibernating right now. I know you can't tell. It's nice and warm, probably in the 60s. But yeah, it's been chilly.
Can I ask you something?
All right.
I should be totally honest.
Okay.
What do you think of Tucson? Because you've lived here for 1 year.
Yeah.
Right? Or just over a year. What's your honest opinion? Like, how do you feel about living here, having moved here? Do you want to go back to Maui?
Well, I'd go back. Oh. I think I'd go back to Maui to visit, but I've lived that road already. You know, the thing about, like we talked about, is being able to go to things like the Eclipse. Things like that. I mean, it's not like we couldn't have gone, but it's just easier, you know, easier to see different things. You know, if you're one of the people that lives in Wailea, you can have a second home here and fly over and, oh my goodness, what the heck is that thing?
I know.
That's why the dogs were barking. And the gem show, you know, Tucson really is, there's a store in 4th Avenue. It's called the, well, one of their themes is like the underrated city. Oh, and they sold out. No, there's still one. And Tucson really, I think more and more people are recognizing it. This might not have been true 10, 15, or even, you know, more recently, but I can tell you since we've been here, people recognize the potential, and that's something that I've noticed about Tucson since I've come here. And you know, the other thing is about Tucson is it's not pretentious. It's down home. For a city, you know, there's people driving Corvettes and Audis and stuff, but I think you can get away with being more like normal, like me, wearing, what am I wearing? Oh, in fact, I'm wearing a B&B t-shirt. Good grief. Yeah. Cowboy country. And
they're cool, and that's what made it, you know, down home.
Down home.
Yeah, the humble humility.
Yeah, that's something about Tucson is a really, I've read this, somebody else noticed it too. I think a journalist was talking about Tucson. They'd come here from Phoenix. And it's just that people are, you know, businesses here, it's just not like a braggadocious place. But there's a ton of innovation and small businesses here. You know, and people come from all over the world to see these living stones.
Lithops.
What were you going to say? Yeah, did you want to use the restroom in there?
Oh, yeah, I will in a
Okay,
sec.
you can touch them. These are some of the succulents you can touch without worrying about.
Yeah, you
Beating
don't
them
wipe
up.
off any of there's no powdery coating to wipe off.
There, you don't want to pet this one. The sawtooth.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not as bad.
What is that,
So it's
some
funny
kind of
thing
owl?
about the cactus and succulents. Some of them look really super aggressive, but this one looks like it would stab you,
But it's just faking
and
you
it
out,
doesn't.
like
But then, yeah, some of these other ones here. Well, I think I mentioned this one on video before. This one looks nice and fluffy, but oh man, it will stab you. Every one of these leaves has a point on it. I was just talking to the owner a little bit about his business, and you know, he's talking about the keeping up at night because he was looking at my shirt. Nice shirt, he said. So he said, you know, he's talking about getting. I said, why don't you ever get more in? Because I wanted some, and he's like, well, I have to order like 100 dozen. I thought he was going to say 100.
Oh, really?
So it's this, you know, and then he's like, you know, people always want the different, you know how it is with sizing.
Certain ones,
Yeah, they want the kid size and this, that, and you know, and then he was talking about the plants and how much, you know, insects and frost, and I mean, there's just so much that goes into a business.
Yeah.
Like, I think, just people just don't realize, you know, unless you've run a business. It's.
I think it would be a lot of fun to have a nursery, like a really small one. Can I have a greenhouse?
I was looking last night. I looked at Costco.com greenhouses.
Really?
They've got them at Harbor Freight too.
because I could start like a really small nursery.
Yeah. Yeah, there's opportunities here for succulent. Where are you going? I thought you were looking at the...
Oh, come here and look at this.
Yeah, but first of all, I like this one. What is this? I was looking for the hummingbird in here. And this one too. I really like this one because it looks like a mistake. It looks like somebody chopped it up.
Oh, that's Haworthia truncata.
Truncatas, yeah.
Oh,
I like those.
You have good taste. 'Cause those are pretty nice.
Hi.
Now,
It's as close as I want to get. Thank you very much.
look.
I learned, you know, you don't want to get close to dangerous animals. This is the desert.
Sweet baby. Look at those white whiskers.
So you have, I forgot his name. Is that Mark? He's
The owner.
He's like, you know, trying to write orders and.
Lots going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a. What is that over there? There's another one.
Oh.
Predators hiding in the plants.
That would be so fun to have a greenhouse, though. I mean, the light is just
Mad,
perfect.
though. You sit here with it.
Oh, let's go to the cactus greenhouse over here.
I was talking about doing the differences in some of the cactus nurseries here in Tucson, because they do have a little bit of personality, each one, you know.
Yeah, each one gives a different experience, huh?
Totally
And they
does.
each have kind of different specialties and stuff that none of the others have. So it's fun to go to all of them. You know, Box, B&B. Here, this is B&B. It's one of my favorites.
I think, you know, if people were to ask what there's to do in Tucson, apparently going to cactus nurseries is high on the list. I can't believe it.
I know.
From out of state every time. And the guy says, you know, people want the smaller cactus. That's what he's talking about, the challenges with growing. Some people want the small ones for on the plane, and the older people want the bigger ones because they don't want to have to wait 50 years for it to grow. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you've got the specialty little, like, potted plants that you could get, or the landscape.
Now, see, that's a good example of something that looks like it would be super dangerous and aggressive, but it's really fragile. And
Is it?
I know it's a smaller one, but man, that thing looks like a needle. But they
Yeah.
feel like malleable
Like
almost.
you could break it off, huh?
This one. Yeah. So is the silver ball I was going to get you?
Oh, the silver ball. Really? You're going to get me one?
Yeah. Where are they? I forgot what they look like.
I can spot them all over. See
Show
those
me.
white ones? The white hairy ones. Those are my favorite. I mean,
Wow.
well, the rainbow cactus is my ultimate favorite, but as far as the white cactus go, like any of the white fuzzy ones I've loved so much. I think it was this exact one that I was looking at too. It was like one of these.
Now, you were talking about on my cactus that I bought.
Yeah, your $4 one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I was thinking that if I did another mini cactus garden, I like to play with the colors and do like different tones, and I already did a warm tone one, right, with the pinks and the coral of the other cactus. But if I did like a cool tone cactus garden with like this one and yours that you got at the
So
estate
what
sale.
does this have thorns at all, or is it?
See, they're cute and
You
fuzzy.
got stabbed?
No, I didn't get stabbed, but you can feel it if you just gently touch it. So they got these little fuzzy snowballs, right? But then if you touch it, there's a spine in there.
Is there an, I'll take your word for it. What is this thing growing off here? Was that a flower?
Looks like it was a flower.
Oh.
Yeah. I think
You
some
wanna
of
eat it?
the... No, I don't
Try.
want to eat it. No, don't eat it. You don't know. It might have a spine or something in its hair.
Yeah, they'll probably charge me for it too. I like how they make it extra narrow, so if you turn around, you're going to get stabbed.
They don't want you to leave. Look how
Those
pretty
flowers.
that is.
Wow. That
Cactus
is
have the best
something
flowers.
else.
I think
So
these have white.
There's kind of a
flowers.
spiral going on there too, going up.
Yeah.
Rock garden / cactus garden. But what do you...
laying out there like that.
I know, lazy. Christine was suggesting we should do a live broadcast from inside of a nursery, and I don't think I mind that. Try it out. I don't know if we caught this on camera yet, but Christine bought one of these tiny little ones. Did you show that one on camera?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I gotta
Look at
show
that thing.
that one because I haven't got to show what it actually looks like. Because I've only got a little.
This one, they say warty. Uh-oh.
No, that's a different one. This is the Gyrodanthus.
Owl rock. I like the frogs. Yep, sold out of the lizard shirts. That's it. But I was thinking of getting this one too, but it's small. Magic garden.
Been here.
Never been. Ooh, those look good though. Got some pots and. You're trying to get to stuff that's not even. Look at the thorns on this though. Holy moly, what is that thing?
Oh, I like it. I like the
Yeah, you like the weed? Natural.
Yeah, the weed. The desert weed. Yeah, what is this?
I like that thing.
Hi. Sculptural.
Find anything. Guinea pig planters.
Yeah, those are pretty cute. What could you put in there? Like a little seedling?
I don't know, I like this pot though. I like that. Seems like it'd be awfully top heavy.
Yeah, you know what would look nice with that is if you had string of pearls.
Oh yeah. Never saw that. What is it called? The pink Osaka wavy pink. It's like a lettuce almost. And look at this one too. Oh, it's really vibrant. I know it probably doesn't come up on camera. How long has this place been open?
22 years.
Wow. Just got into plants, or did you open it, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
What's your name?
My name is Sandy.
Sandy, I'm Michael.
Hi, Michael. That was my son, Michael, that was standing over there next to me.
Oh, okay.
So.
Hey guys, we're at Acme getting some pumice. I think this is called Acme Sand and Gravel. It looks like they've been selling a lot of it.
A ton. A ton, literally. I happen to know where you might be able to get some of this Sedona Red.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
nice.
I like that one.
Yeah, very nice.
So what kind of chunks were you like? Just small ones for your garden, or?
Yeah, well, basically just ideas. I was thinking of making like plant stands.
Oh.
You know, out of these. So we're looking at the flagstone right now. I like the sandstone looking ones, huh?
Sandstone,
Yeah.
sparkle.
Look at all this fun stuff. We could do all kinds of projects with this stuff. Ooh, I like this one.
Yeah,
Look
mountain
at that,
paint.
yeah.
Lichen on it.
What's some of your favorite foods? We're at Nat Grow, by the way. Oh, I mean Natural Grocers. We call it Nat Grow.
Tacos all day
Tacos. But in here.
Here we go.
Okay, this cheese is really good. The jalapeno havarti from Daya.
Smoke flavor. I'm gonna try these with my sandwich.
Okay.
But this is something entirely different. Did you? Oh yeah. Where's that one brand I like called So Delicious cheese?
Okay, I'm looking for the B12 sublingual spray. Where is it? It's in a box. It's from Garden of
Here we go. This
Eden.
one.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, see, better price here. Sprouts was charging 17 bucks for it,
Really?
so that's why I didn't buy it there.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised to hear that this place is less.
I think they kind of flip-flop. You know, they both have their good prices on different stuff, though.
I know, decisions here. Same brand.
Okay, we're at Costco right now. I'm
Mentos
trying to
stuff.
decide on what olive.
Super
green
mammoth. Well, you know what? I mean, I gotta go with hand stuffed. Sounds
Double
better.
stuffed, too.
Double stuffed,
Jeez,
hand stuffed.
extra. Garlic sounds good.
Yeah.
Pimento. I actually don't know what
I think they're
flavor pimentos
yeah,
are.
well, me either. I think I've tried to eat them, you know, take one out with like a toothpick and taste it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
is this even a flavor? I think it's just for looks. I'll put these back.
Okay, so
Here.
what we got in here? Martinelli's, because it was on sale. $4.97. Good deal on that. New almond milk from Kirkland. Raspberries. Michael got these. We've got dates, medjool dates. Blueberries.